Yo, welcome back to the Cap. This is episode 214. That is RJ Levichin. I am Nate Sperlin. And on this episode, we have two projects to discuss with you guys. The first one being Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost. And the second one being Ski Mask the Slump Gods, City The Mixtape. RJ, who are you calling if you get lost?
Damn, I feel like the person I would call is me. I don't really have nobody I would call.
I'm calling my mom back to the supermarket.
My mom cannot help me.
Oh no, I'm crying.
Nope.
Mom, right in the middle of the aisle in the frozen food section, right there where the shrimp be. That's me. Mom, that's me.
How you get lost by the shrimp, bro?
Cause shrimp are scary anyway. Tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Verbal, and many other DSPs. We will catch you there. Thank you for watching and listening. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the Cap, episode 214. I am Nate Sperlin here with my wonderful co-host, RJ Levichin. It's your weekly tour through hip-hop. Shout out to the black TikTokers out there right now on strike. The Meg Thee Stallion thought shit choreography is just not good. But it's funny, but it's just not good without you guys. Round of applause for you guys standing up for yourselves. We stand in support of you. And that being said, point is being proven because some of those dances look like utter trash. So
I saw there was a whole trend about like white women getting called out because they started this trend of like fake crying.
Oh, I saw that too.
And then everybody was like, y'all know that y'all are showing that you guys are just crazy, right? Like You do know that you're just showing that you can just lie and cry to like get what you want, like you've done to like get black people killed and incarcerated. And they were like, I didn't know we were gonna get that deep. And you're like, well, we're here now.
Everything is that deep. Everything is that
now
deep.
We're here.
Especially but shout out to the black TikTokers out there. That shit, those that is just terrible. It's literally. Have you seen some of them?
Though, bro, because you gotta understand, like a lot of these like originators are like 13, 14, 15. Making black children stifle their own creativity because white people steal it is saddening. I'm sad.
No, it is sad.
It's funny. It's not that it's not funny because like I see the way that they've been scrambling for content when they can't steal it and pillage it. But like at the same time, it's like, damn, like, you know, like it's summertime, you know, this is when people want to go viral, you know, get in a Drake video or something.
I'm sure they're still being creative. They're just not doing it on TikTok. I'm sure that there is so many other avenues for them to be creative. I'm sure they found something else better to do than be on TikTok where they're going to be exploited and their shit is going to be stolen anyway.
I mean, we need more black people in the tech world anyway.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But I think that the one big thing that comes out of this, I didn't think we were going to get this deep into it, but I think the one big thing that comes out of this is imagine if all the black entertainers just went on strike until everything for black people changed. And
we regress back into 2000s content, and I don't think anybody wants that. I think nobody wants that.
If it gets the job done and it gets people out of jail for low-level weed offenses and other shit, then job well done. It's worth it. So but anyway, shout out to the black TikTokers that are on strike right now. Point proven, as we've just eloquently stated. But back to you guys, the audience. Thanks for listening, whether you're listening or watching this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Verbal, and other DSPs that I have not named. Do us a favor, hit the like button and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OldMilk Media. I shouldn't have to spell it, but I'm going to anyway. OldMilkMedia. I graduated college. Round of applause for that. RJ did too. Look at that. Can you spell it?
I'm not about to spell it. You just spelled it. Why would I need to spell it?
I'm just asking.
I can't spell it. I can't spell OldMilk. Nope.
Damn, that's crazy. It's all good.
It's a struggle.
Hey, bro, we're all talented in our own ways, and that's completely fine. RJ, how are you doing today, though?
I'm good, man. You know, it's one of those weird Saturdays where it's like I'm gonna decide to rain sometimes. I don't know when, but it's coming. And all of your weather apps will not be useful for this because I don't know when I'm coming. I'm just gonna pull up a little bit, maybe like I'm gonna be in and out, and it's like fuck you, rain. But other than that, it's been a pretty good day. How about you, bro?
My friend told me that it was raining, and I guess I must have been in the shower or something for that because I did not see any rain at all today. So
exactly.
It
was raining. It's like one of those shit where when it's raining, it's like, oh, it's pouring.
Oh God! All right,
I woke up. I was like, it's hot. My mom didn't think it was hot. I was like, nah, it's definitely hot.
Oh,
it's like one of those like.
Was it like humid?
Hots.
Like
yeah.
it's about to pour, and then it's gonna be cool for the rest of the day. That sounds. Oh, it sounds.
Nah, bro. It's gonna be high 80s, low 90s for like 4 or 5 days, and then a bunch of rain during that time, and then just cool days because of it.
You know what? And
Hot,
that's the reason
days.
why I don't mind New York weather, because it'll be shitty, but then it'll make up for it.
No. Nope.
The cool days are gonna make up for it. And I'm gonna be like, oh wow, this is
That's
great.
a lot.
Because we're not gonna get the cool days without the rain. That's just a fact.
That's the thing, is that it's like you get 2 cool days and then it's Monday and Tuesday. You're like, what the fuck? Why did you do that? That's Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah,
you made the last 4 Saturdays and Sundays rainy so that I could have a fire Monday, Tuesday.
Hey bro, how about this?
Fucked up.
How about this?
That's different.
How about this? Time's a construct. Stay woke. He wasn't ready for that one. He was not ready for that one at all. But yeah, we got 2 projects to talk to you guys about. The first one, Tyler the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost. 16 tracks, 52 minutes, featuring DJ Drama, 42 Doug, Young Boy, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Wayne, Tizo Touchdown, Domo Genesis, Brent Faiyaz, Final Hughes, Daisy World, Lil Uzi Vert, and Pharrell Williams. RJ, what were your first initial thoughts on Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost?
So I love Tyler the Creator. Followed him pretty much throughout his whole career since his first mixtape Bastard. Was excited for this because I had a feeling that I remember between his features on Pray for Paris, and he had like a few other rap features, and I was like, oh, Tyler's about to start rapping again. Like, this is lit.
He had one on Freddie Gibbs' album too.
Yeah, oh yeah, and Freddie Gibbs.
Was it Freddie Gibbs, and who produced the beat, or was it just Freddie Gibbs that one? Don't worry about it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Tyler
but I remember like being hyped that he's gonna like start rapping again, and he actually said that West Side Gun kind of inspired him to start rapping again, because as Igor, especially with the success and the type of person that he is, I know that he could have gone down like a whole Igor, like experimental, singy, different level, make pop music type shit. But it didn't happen. It's very clear that he got a lot of inspiration from West Side Gun, whether it's all Griselda or not. And I think that turned it into, Tyler does the mixing, he does the production and the rapping, he does everything. Is that I think that this is probably his best produced project ever. Personally, this is my favorite produced project by him. Rapping, some of the raps were really good, some of the raps were average, but I also have never thought of Tyler the Creator as a top elite level rapper. I think that he can easily hold his own, similar to a guy like Kanye West, where his production carries a lot of it, but it's not that he's a bad rapper. It's not consistent. So I like it. I think I need to listen to it more to really understand what I feel it means to his discography, because the big thing about a project on this type of sound, coming off of Igor, is that the Igor being his peak single wise. Flower Boy came before Igor. Flower Boy was his most successful album and his most successful record, probably still my favorite record of his. Igor comes out, had his most successful song being Earthquake, and it going platinum and the radio and beating out DJ Khaled and got a Grammy and all that. And so the highlight isn't there in the same way that Flower Boy was. I mean, Flower Boy also gets the help of like, oh, he came out, but it was also a different sound, and he started singing, and there was a different energy around it. And then Igor he goes the completely different way, drops his biggest pop song. I mean, he literally said he wrote the song for Rihanna and Justin Bieber. They didn't want it. So he writes his biggest pop song, it pops. And then he goes back to rapping, and I love the music. I think that What's Your Name is going to be the lead song for it. I think it was the lead single, low-key.
It wasn't.
It wasn't? What was?
Lumberjack was.
Lumberjack.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that NBA YoungBoy, who did a phenomenal job on What's Your Name, it's like that. That's the highlight, not a Tyler thing. I feel like the highlight of the album is What's Your Name, and I really wish the production was respected more. Like people understood that this is his best rapping production that he's ever done. Mm-hmm. But as I said, I mean, I don't know how it's going to. I think that people are going to like it. And I hear some people saying album of the year. I see some people saying it was bad. I think that people that are saying it's bad need to listen to it again. But I think my first thoughts were, wow, first listen wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I've now listened to it multiple times and I like songs a lot more. But the first listen was not as good as I wanted it to be. I think it's better produced than it is rapped on, but that the production is very, very high level. But I don't think that there's a grand moment that there's not like a grand moment. I feel like this could be topped. I like the whole Wolf Haley coming back. I mean, if you listen to his mixtapes, that's like his last kind of the mixtape of the trilogy, even though his was Wolf, and you can hear the same. I mean, it's the same exact. If you listen to Wolf, they might as well be identical in the same way that kind of the off season for J. Cole was to I think the warm up. It's the same. He's talking about someone else's girl. Wolf is all about this whole story about him stealing somebody's girl and that becoming a problem. And it's kind of the same exact topics. It's just like, yeah, like cheat on your man. And I fuck with it. But again, I just don't think that there's a main highlight. And there's so many things that are cool if you're a Tyler fan. If you're a Tyler fan, I could dissect this album for hours and talk about, the different parts that are crazy. But I feel like there wasn't that thing that kind of sticks with it besides the NBA YoungBoy feature.
All right.
What about you?
I think I was listening to it. This on my second listen. I agree with you. I think the first listen, the first two songs are kind of songs that I don't really particularly enjoy as much as the rest of the album. So the first two songs through the first listen was like, is this going to be the whole album? And then when you get to what's your name, and then you hear the singing, and then you hear how everything comes together, the rapping and then the singing and the storytelling, then it's like, oh shit, this is a very, very good album. So that being said, I think that if I were to describe it in 4 phrases, I guess, or 4 descriptions, I'd say it was brash, it was weird, it was an experience, it was Tyler.
You think it was weird?
Yeah, it was weird.
I feel like this is his most normal album. Like this is genuinely probably his most normal project.
I don't know. I'm not qualified to say that because.
Well, what do you think is weird? What do you think is weird?
The production, just knowing, because Tyler's production is for him to go from having a bass heavy beat to the little interlude of "Call Me If You Get Lost" seamlessly is not something that many people could do, and because of that, that's weird.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
So that being said, but at the same time, it's also Tyler.
Yeah.
So I think that when you take everything together, this is one of the best albums of the year. It's about to be July, so I guess we're soon gonna have that talk about what the album of the year is, and I'm probably gonna have to walk back some things about some albums I said weren't the album of the year. That being said, I think that this album is in the conversation for it. I think that with this album, I think it's important to note that with this album, Tyler, the Creator, is the 3rd artist who produces all of the beats and raps on them that has dropped this year. Cole was the 1st, and Pierre is the 2nd. That being said, and all of them were good. So the producer rappers are coming up. That's cool.
No, they've always been there.
Yeah, but more so in recent history. I can't remember the last time we had 3 in 1 year.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can't remember.
That like our high level rapping.
Like I can't remember that.
Because Timbaland cannot rap.
Did
he
actually
make
drop
the
a
music,
tape?
but he could not rap.
Wait, did he drop a tape?
He dropped multiple albums
that
are fire. The Timbaland albums are fire, bro. You know that song? It's too late to apologize. It's too late. You know that song?
Nah.
You don't know that song?
Nah.
It's like it was a massive song.
When did
and it's
what year
I don't
was
know. It had to be like either late 2000s or early 2010s.
Oh yeah, nah.
But it was like a rock, like not like a rock, maybe a rock band, like pop band. I don't know what the genre of the band that was, but like I remember that song being huge, and it's like one of those songs like people that understand, they know, is that you would never even think about it necessarily as like a Timbaland song. But not only did he produce it, and the way that he produced his vocals are very in part of his production, that he's all over that song, and it's on his album as well. Like he's enough in the song where he's like, I'm gonna put this on my album, and they're like, yeah, bro, put it on your album. It's like one of those things where like the thing that we talk about with Metro Boomin, with all here, like he does that. He been doing it.
All right.
He been, but again, it's like him, Kanye. Like people, like but producers, like regularly dropping multiple.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I didn't even know till you just told me that Timbaland has actual vocals out there in the world.
You didn't know that, dude?
No,
he has like fire song, like fire music.
I'm gonna have to go.
Like he had a Drake feature. Listen to the song "Say Something" with Drake.
Send it to me.
I
bet. Because I was also just talking about even before this album came out, I was talking about off the top of my head, there are 4 artists that I know who can produce and rap and it be quality, and 3 of them have already dropped. Cole,
didn't
Tyler.
Hit Boy drop this year too?
No.
You sure?
He dropped this year. No.
He about to drop. Well, technically, he actually did drop last weekend. Technically.
What did he drop?
Big Sean dropped a 10-year anniversary for Finally Famous, his debut album that had new songs on it.
Oh, it had new songs on it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go back
because I
thought it was just remastered, and I'm like,
nah, because he posted a picture being like new waves today.
Like I'll just listen to the original. Thank you for remastering it and putting that work in. But
I feel like I also feel like he did this. He did that last year. Like I feel like
Hit Boy did have a album last year. Where
no, I'm talking about Big Sean with Finally Famous. Like I feel like I downloaded a new version like last year, but I may be thinking about
could have been Hall of Fame.
I don't know. It could have. I also could be thinking about Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller did that.
Yeah. But regardless, I guess. Well, Hit Boy can kind of rap too, so I guess I'll say 5 people: Tyler, Cole, Hit Boy, Pierre, and Kanye are the 5 people that can produce and that can make an album entirely by themselves and it be quality. By themselves. Because I was gonna say Dre, and Dre, he can't do that. No, Dre's not. Dre needs, and that's fine. Dre needs writers. He doesn't have writers. He needs them.
But
that being said, I also think that one thing about this album that will be hit or miss.
Oh, and Mac Miller, bro,
is DJ Drama's
catch up, niggas.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like DJ Drama being on this project is a slight at DJ Khaled, because he was like, yo, I'm gonna outsell you this week and you're gonna talk all this shit about me. All right, cool. I'm gonna get someone who's even better at yelling on their own songs than you, and I'm gonna put him on my album and he's just gonna yell over my song and it's gonna be better than anything that you put out.
All right.
And that's
for
what happened.
Our fans, like I know you had to sit through that, so I'm just gonna explain to Nate real quick. Do you know the Gangsta Grillz like series?
Oh yeah, no, I know that he. So, like, I also know that I saw the tweet or whatever when he was like.
No, but like you know that like that's his thing.
Of that. Yeah,
that's
I know.
Like, have you listened to other Gangsta Grill projects?
No, but I know that DJ Drama yells over shit. Like I know
so,
that, and
like,
I know I
like
respect
that is
DJ
like
Drama.
That is
no,
key.
I
like,
understand.
He can't do, like I don't think that like I don't think it has anything to do with DJ Khaled. I think that Tyler the Creator is a lover of rap, and he honestly popped.
No, I fully understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying that I'd rather listen to DJ Drama yell over songs that aren't his than DJ Khaled. That's the main point here. Because DJ Drama is painting a picture. We're on a boat right now. We got ice cream and our toes out.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Like that's like, oh shit. Okay, so they're on a boat. Like it paints a picture and it makes it more of an experience. I think that one thing about Tyler projects is that they're all experiences. From my experience, they're all experiences. And what I mean by that is that you could get lost in it and you could like feel like you're there in the booth as Tyler's creating the project. You kind of feel some sort of more of a connection to it. There is not many artists in general who can make an experience the way that Tyler can, and once again he did it. That being said, I also like the interlude, the Mama Talk interlude, where his mom's talking about how she was beating everybody's ass for Tyler. And the funniest part about that is when she asked Tyler, she's like, like when parents are talking and like, I'm lying, and then he's like, and then you're like, no, you're not lying. The funniest part is when she's like, I'm lying, and then Tyler's like, no, you have no reason to, like, just calmly. Like, that shit was fucking hilarious to me. That adds to the album as well. I think overall it was just beautifully done. Some people don't like the DJ Drama appearance on it. I do.
I hope niggas been spending your time wisely. You're like, yo, this nigga yelling at me.
You know what? I have. Thank you for checking up on me. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good project. I think that it definitely deserves consideration for album of the year. But I don't know how far I'll go into that yet. Lil Uzi, man, is just skating on everything. So shout out to
Lil Wayne, bro. Shout out
Lil Wayne skated.
He fucking
Young
killed
boy.
That shit.
I feel like the one feature I feel like I could have gotten more out of is 42 Doug's. I feel like his voice with the beat was kind of like, I don't know, it kind of. It was odd, but it was kind of like one 42 Doug song that I fuck with right now, heavy, called "Turn This Nigga in the City," and it's just him talking hood shit or whatever. But the thing that shines through with it is how unique his vocals are. So now with every 42 Doug verse, I'm looking for that same level of uniqueness, and I guess I was looking for it here on Lemonhead, but I didn't get it. So maybe that's why I don't really like it as much, but 42 Doug still did his thing. Also, I like the storytelling on Wilshire and Sweet. I Thought You Wanted to Dance, that combination song. Tyler is good at making tracks that are very long and you don't get tired of them. That's a gift that not many artists can do in the first place. And I think that the best part about Sweet I Thought You Wanted to Dance, if I'm not mistaken, is that right after that comes an interlude. So the understanding of, I just gave these guys a 10-minute long song, they might need a break from hearing me speak, is very important as well. So you can see the care, the attention to detail that went into Call Me If You Get Lost. And overall, it's one of my favorite albums of the year. I'll say that.
I feel you. For us Tyler fans, I think that this is really Wolf 2. Definitely an upgrade. Definitely an expansion on the concept. If you listen to them back to back, they might sound a little bit too similar, but at the same time, the growth is crazy if you actually understand it. I'm happy with it. Album of the year is a word that I'm gonna throw around because it's better than some of the albums that I've already been throwing around. Mm-hmm. But again, I feel like in things that the J. Cole album lacked, which Tyler had, is cohesion, mm-hmm. and an overall cohesion in both sonics as well as the overall theme. Yes. Right? Is that Tyler the Creator had both of those in spades. The theme was very, very clear and and somehow, even with the song changes and 10 minutes and shit like that, it was still very cohesive sonically. But the highlights of the off season are big. They were big.
What are the highlights of the off season?
Like Lil Baby coming on and Prize the Devil, I feel like is a highlight. I felt like that was a highlight. I felt like when it dropped and everybody and the way that it kind of connected with the NBA playoffs, people and him talking about all these different hoopers, the put an M on your head, you Luigi brothers now, like that. Like even though it was a corny bar, people were still. It was a bar that stood out to people, and they talked about it for an extended amount of time.
The one thing I will say about the offseason that didn't occur with me here, that I tried to make sure it didn't occur with me here, is I went into the offseason having major expectations. And here I didn't really have any. Like I just went into it.
I don't know if I had expectations. I think that I just wanted
But because of that, what I'm saying is that I'm saying that to say that there might be a slight possibility that personally I could be underrating the offseason because it didn't meet my expectations. So I also say that to say that when it comes to this project and Tyler's project and J. Cole's project, Tyler's project is on top of J. Cole's project. And it's I don't want to say it's not close, but there's a pretty deep gap between the two.
I don't know if there's a gap, but I don't know how deep the gap is. But I also think that I think that Tyler's album is better than the offseason. And the offseason, that was like an example. Both the offseason and To Kill a Sunrise, like this album is better than offseason. I enjoyed it more than the offseason, I think, especially the more that I listened to it. And I think that it's also, because I like Tyler more, I'm just gravitating to it more than To Kill a Sunrise. And those were like two of like my main album of the year prospects. But I also think that
To Kill a Sunrise
is a great album. Like it's an album of the year. But But it's one of those things, like you said, it's an experience. And it's one of those projects that listening to it as a whole gives you more than any of the individual songs could. That being said, artistically and business wise, because I know that Tyler the Creator has that mentality, not like specifically. I don't think that he's one of those guys that like, I'm going to make music to sell it. I think that he understands that that's just not, it doesn't need to be his niche. He's not looking to be a platinum record.
He's built a whole experience around himself.
Exactly.
That,
it put into an album.
It's literally the reason why he has so many diehard fans, because the experience that he built I want to say might be over a decade old now. And there are people who literally grew up listening to Tyler and experiencing all of Tyler's other creations. And now he has grown Tyler stans, if that makes sense. So
for sure,
him being able to build an experience around his music, as well as what he does in TV, what he does in fashion, just being him is, I feel like that's something that needs to be appreciated more.
I think that it will, but I think
because I can't really think of many other artists who have been able to really build an
also Travis. You didn't say Travis Scott, and Travis Scott is in that list of artists that can produce the whole thing and write the whole thing.
But when was the last time he did though?
I don't know how much he produced on Astroworld. I think that he's gonna be producing a lot on Utopia though.
You think so? Because I didn't
I don't remember
confident. How much he produced on
Rodeo?
Birds in the Trap either. Cause like I looked through,
it could,
it could be him producing and him not giving himself the credits or whatever. But when I'm looking through it, I don't remember seeing that many Travis credits like that.
I do, I think that he leans on Mike Dean a lot. And I also think that he stretches himself thin, so he has less of the ability to do that.
Yeah,
but I still think that he's capable. Like,
no, it's possible, but in terms of, but
I think that Utopia is gonna be
more so about artists who have done it more recently.
Like recently,
yeah. Like who have given us the proof in the past 5 years.
Thanks. Well, what are your favorite songs for the Tyler project?
Well, obviously, What's Your Name with YoungBoy and Ty Dolla $ign. I like Lumberjack. Lumberjack as the single was a good choice to me. Sweet, I thought you wanted to dance. You didn't like Lumberjack?
No.
Lumberjack was heat.
That's what got me shook, because I was like, ugh, I don't like this song. Like, that's like the one Tyler I don't like is like, I'm going to rap on like a slightly horror beat. That's a bad. No, that's one of his. I was
about to say, like, when I was first introduced to Tyler, that was the bag that I was introduced to.
Like his main single for Flower Boy.
Isn't Yonkers the same type of beat?
Who That Boy?
Yeah, like
no. I don't mean like that. I mean more like when it's like a hard song.
Yeah,
like this is like a. No, bro. Yonkers is literally like is a slow ass song. There's no 808 on it. It's an actual bass.
But the actual
this nigga is like rapping.
But
like,
the actual beat is still horror-esque.
No, I'm not saying that I don't like horror music. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I know, but what I'm saying
is that like
what you said is that
aggressive horror bag.
But what you said
like,
is that Lumberjack is. What I heard was Lumberjack is horror, and that made me think of Yonkers. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying is that like there's like a
in terms of sonics,
like that, like it's a high paced horror song though. Like the high paced horror songs, like this one, Who Dat Boy, and I feel like there might be one on Igor, but I low-key doubt it. Is that like his old bag on songs like that? He would just kind of like say wild shit. And now that he's actually trying to rap on it, it's like it's like sometimes like the bars just don't hit. You know what I mean? Sometimes they just don't hit. Especially like within a project.
Boy, hop out. Shout out to my mom and my dad didn't pull out. It's fucking catchy. Man.
Whips on whips like my ancestors got their backs out.
Yes, that's fucking catchy, man. Lumberjack is fucking catchy. But anyway, Sweet, I Thought You Could Dance featuring Brett Faiyaz and Vanna Hughes. Juggernaut featuring Lil Uzi Vert and Pharrell Williams. I feel like on that song, Uzi's verse on Juggernaut reminded me of his verse on Young Thug's What's the Move? Yeah, What's the Move? That little, it's just that effortless flow that he does. And also, I like Wilshire. The storytelling on Wilshire is crazy, and there's not many artists who can match that.
I mean, he's a movie maker. I really wish that he would make a visual fucking album.
He said it. He said a movie's coming soon.
But I want a visual album. These albums are so visual in their content, and he is a filmmaker. He knows he can do it. It's not like it's one of those things where it's not even like if he were to do it, he'd be dipping into some new bag or doing something that he knows how to do all that shit. And he writes he writes albums that are universes, and he turns them into universes. And the fact that I haven't gotten a visual album, but I've gotten one from Vince Staples is like annoying.
I mean, we might get one. I think this one had. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one, because also leading up to it, there were so many different videos that he had, which also added to my excitement for this project.
All I know is that when he dropped Wolf originally, he said he's gonna drop a whole movie. That movie never dropped. That's all I gotta say. And I'm still upset. Clearly, I'm still upset.
No, you are. It's okay. What are your favorite songs?
My favorite songs. Let me look at this list. Sir Baudelaire, because my favorite part of the song is the "Call Me If You Love." Like I love that shit.
Yeah, that you look malnourished.
Bro, that shit is fire. Corso, I really like too. I don't know why, but I've just been listening to Corso a lot. Just like like that's the song where I check the phone and I'm like, oh shit, what is this song? And Tyler said that this was his favorite song. And I don't know if that is influencing my opinion, but Sweet, I Thought You Wanted to Dance is like one of those songs that you sit through and you're like, wow, that in itself was an experience.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I heard that song being like, yo,
like 9 minutes.
The fuck? This is
for 9 minutes, that shit better be a fucking experience.
Definitely. So I definitely think those are my favorite songs. And then What's Your Name? Obviously, I mean, I think I didn't like it at first. It's not that I didn't like it at first. I think I don't know. There was something that it was like the whole album similar to Igor. It was just like the first listen, like I didn't know what to think. And so it grew on me because it's like one of those, like now I'm just like, you know, I made my smoothie today. Just be like, what's your name, girlfriend? What's your name? Like, put Tyler Dollar $ign on anything, I'm gonna be singing it. Yeah, like, that's just
that's fair. That's fair. Last thing, real quick. Do you think this is better than Igor?
Yes.
Okay.
I have already played this through more than I played Igor. There were songs on Igor that I loved, but I think I played it through maybe once or twice.
Oh.
Maybe 3 times, fully through. And this is gonna just get ran through
All
like
right.
a fucking porn star.
Okay then. Anyway, moving on, we have Ski Mask, the Slump Gods, City The Mixtape, 9 tracks, 18 minutes long, no features. RJ, what did you think about this this project, this mixtape from Ski Mask?
Another cool concept project.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the concept wasn't clear enough.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a little bit clearer, a little bit more cohesive, a little bit more connected. That being said, I like the end of the project more than I like the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I think the beginning still had great songs,
mm-hmm.
but I like the last few songs way more than the beginning.
Uh,
Too short.
Yeah.
I don't know what's good with him. Like, I don't know what's good. Do you know?
I have not
17 minutes,
heard.
bro?
I have not heard an artist call anything a mixtape in a long time, and for him to put mixtape in the name of the project suggests something to me. I'm gonna speculate here. I think that this project is just something to dust off the pen or whatever, because we haven't heard from him in 2-3 years. And I did hear of him saying that there's gonna be another project coming this year. So that being said, I think that this project is simply to just try some stuff out. He tried some stuff. I haven't heard him whisper before. He whispers on Dr.
That shit was
Seuss.
fire.
It
That
was
one of my favorite songs.
He sings on Ya, and he sings on Lost in Time. And Lost in Time kind of reminds me of a song that would be on XXXTENTACION 17. So that being said, I'm not really, I guess I'm taking it seriously, but I'm not taking it that seriously, because I think that this is just something to be, just something to experiment and see how people react to it. And based off that, I think that based off the reception to the songs here, I think that's how he's going to build his album around. I think that, again, there's an emphasis on mixtape. It's kind of a charcuterie board of new sounds for Ski Mask.
Yeah, he did experiment.
So that being said, I think that it's important. I don't think that it's necessarily, I agree with you. I think that some of the concepts could have been fleshed out more. I think that even some of the experimentation could have been fleshed out more. I like the concept of him whispering. I like the concept of him singing. Are these songs that I'm going to want to listen to 20 times, 30 times? No, they aren't. That being said, but at the same time, it's with a grain of salt. It's with understanding that there's a project coming, and the project that's coming is going to be the real project, the real follow-up to Stokely, which was a huge project for him. So I think that this project is important. Do I think it's great? No. But I think for what the goal appears to be, it accomplishes it.
The only reason why I don't agree with that is because I think that I'll take that back. But I do think that artists, when they drop something, do want there to be like some type of standout. I don't think that they want it to just kind of like come and go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not confident that that's not what it's gonna do. Like, I'm not confident in a standout, especially because my favorite songs are the more low key songs, the more 17-esque songs. But I liked it. I liked him getting in the 17 bag, and those being my favorite songs is what made me be like it was another situation where like I'm listening to the project and I had to take my phone out and be like, hold on, wait, what the fuck is this?
Wait,
and if he can execute that on a better level on the album, then sky's the fucking limit.
Yeah, no, I think that for sure he's going to be able to execute this better in, let's say, 6 months or whatever. We only have 6 months left in the year essentially. So yeah, I'm not really taking it, like I said before, I'm not really taking it as seriously, but the importance of it is major for what the next album is going to sound like. And that's why I think it's important to listen to it in the first place.
I think you got to take a listen, but there's a reason why it's only 17 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember like opening it and like being like, oh, I'm going to listen to this on this walk. And then I was like, oh, it's only 17 minutes.
Yeah. It's very short. It's very short. And that's another thing too. Ski Mask isn't really, I'm not really used to Ski Mask making short songs this short, like this. So
he was definitely just giving us some vibes.
Yeah. So that being said, I'm excited. Whatever the project is and whenever it comes, I'm excited. I think that's where I'm at with that. So yeah, it's glad to have Ski Mask making music again though, because his verse on, I think it was Lil Nar. I forgot who else is on it. I think Chief Keef is on it. Yo, what the fuck? Chief Keef is on that shit. Oh, that's a good fucking song. Bugatti is what it's called. His verse on there is crazy. Yeah, but he had an appearance on DJ Scheme's project. He might have had two. He had two. They were what's it called? Thunder or some shit like that. That shit is heat. So yeah, I'm glad that he's starting to make his way back into music, and hopefully he can take the place, or hopefully he can retake his place as one of the most unique rappers in the genre, period. And I think that he'll be able to do that.
I mean, if you think about it, this man lost two of his closest friends back to back in a very short amount of time. And you know, what I like about it is that there are so many creatives that naturally would have felt like, I'm a creator, so I should channel this. And I'm so happy that he took time away, because it's very hard to try to be at the top of your game and deal with the death of your best friends. I mean, that's just very difficult. Especially when, you know, these are people you collaborate with. These are the people that you feed off of. You feed creative energy off of, and it's like you work off each other, you push each other, and that, like, being in alignment with those people, I think was very key to Ski Mask and his early rise, especially. You know, some of his like biggest songs are with X. So I'm glad that he took the time off. I'm glad that he's not rushing into anything either. You know, look like not just now considering it, like dropping 17 and kind of like dipping his toe in the water, showing his different vibes, not even giving like a lot of full songs. I think that's a good strategy. I think that it's a good idea. And I'm excited for whatever's real, because it also, like, if we're staying in that mentality, say that we're right, you know, it's kind of like something light, is that the conceptual energy that he put into it, clearly with the intro and the videos that he was.
It wasn't an album where it's like, okay, here's some experimental shit, take this. It was like, it's some experimental shit. I'm still gonna give you some form of a concept here. I'm not really gonna give you too much yet, but I'm still going to try. And for that, I respect this a lot more, because again, like you said, the hype video prior to got me hype and got this on my radar and stuff like that. So but I think it's also interesting that me and my friend, I think a week ago, were we were reflecting on just like Ski Mask and Juice WRLD and XXX and stuff like that. And it's interesting because I say that Ski Mask is one of the most unique rappers in the game, and it's just interesting to me to see how, I feel like we were talking about how essentially, because Juice WRLD and XXX existed, he was overshadowed just because of how big they were. Yeah, they were. It's like it's like, I don't even know what to really compare it to. This is really the first time I've seen, like, I don't know, it's like taking Michael Jordan and putting him next to Scottie Pippen. Like, Scottie Pippen's still a really good player, but Michael Jordan.
That was a bad reference.
Is that bad? All right, I'm not gonna do it then. If that's bad, then that's bad. I'm not gonna do it.
Because they also get it.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys know Juice WRLD and X are
like Juice WRLD and X are massive.
You know, it's like no matter how good Ski Mask was, I don't think that he was gonna, you know,
but at the same time, no matter how big they got, I still think that Ski Mask was gonna be the most unique out of all three of them.
Oh, well,
there is no one who could flow like him.
I disagree.
There is no one who could flow like him.
No one could. There's no. Well, not right now. Not right now. No.
No one.
Not right now.
No one.
But XXXTENTACION, in my opinion, was probably going to be the most unique out of them, because he could give you the aggressive rap.
Yeah.
He could sing.
All right, but what
he could give you this. He could give you the
versatility.
sad and low. No, that's not what I'm saying.
You're
Wait.
right.
But there's
You're
no
right.
artist.
You're right.
There's no artist that could be like, I could drop successful, good albums in 3 different genres, and y'all be okay, and then hit you with spoken word. There's no artist that can do that.
Juice WRLD.
I don't think that Juice WRLD would.
That's
fully
why,
make a rock album.
Yeah. What?
I don't think that he would make no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying whether he can or can't, because I mean the vibes are clearly there. But I'm saying is that, like, if you think about 17, think about the vibes on 17.
If you listen,
I don't think that Juice WRLD can make a album like 17.
He made one pretty damn close to it.
In
terms of vibes,
like sonically. I don't think he wasn't executing the songs the same.
Maybe not sonically, but in terms of
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the actual music. I'm saying the music.
Good Riddance is pretty damn similar.
Like Goodbye and Good Riddance, like, relies on 808s and traditional sounds of trap music. Yes. All of his music relies on. Like there are inflections of rock and roll.
I see what you're saying.
I'm saying a full rock and roll song. Think about like Kid Cudi.
Listen. Did you
making a rock album and it's terrible?
Did you hear Death Race for Love?
Yes.
Going off that and how the sonics on that were way more rock and roll than Goodbye and Good Riddance. Going off that alone, that was when it clicked for me that a rock album from Juice WRLD was inevitable.
I think that it would have been like pop rock or like I think that it would have been like like punk rap. Still, like he was a leader in punk rap. They all were in their own ways. Yeah. Uzi is personality wise, and Juice WRLD was sonically. Mm-hmm. What I'm like softcore rock.
All had their
own thing. I'm talking softcore rock vibes. That's not Juice WRLD.
Softcore.
That's not Juice. Juice is gonna be is closer to punk. Like he's still gonna have it's not like he's not making angsty music. Like I understand why teenagers like him, but I think that you got to understand that like there are songs on 17 that is like a different level of rock than the one that Juice WRLD gets into.
That's true.
And I don't think that I don't think that X got into the bag that Juice was getting into.
But regardless, both of them were versatile. Two of the most versatile artists we probably will ever see.
And that's the thing is that like why does his flow make him the most unique?
Because no one can do it. And the way that he puts words together. The way that he puts words together and the way that he
X
flows.
could rap like that too, though.
Not like Ski Mask.
I don't know why I keep talking about. So not a non-active artist.
Not like Ski Mask.
Not like him. No, not on his level.
If Ski Mask comes through and he drops an album that capitalizes off of the success off of Stokely, I'm this close to saying that he's one of the best lyricists in rap. You have to listen to how he puts words together. You have to listen to how he flows. The way that he thinks when he raps is something that we don't see from anybody else, and because of that, he's unique.
Lyricism is a vaguer word than I've allowed it to be, and there are aspects of what I think makes a good lyricist that I agree with you in regards to Ski Mask. Do I think that he is in earshot or like in spitting distance of who I put on the top 5 like for lyricism? Nowhere.
I have
not even like top 15.
I have Pusha T on my top 5.
I do as well, yes.
And the reason why Pusha T is there for me, in my personal opinion, is because nobody puts words together like he does.
Okay.
So by that categorization, Ski Mask is.
But they don't execute that in the same ways, though. Like
they don't have to.
I know.
The whole point.
But there's value in one over the other.
Nah, the whole point is that can someone put words together like the artist in question? For Ski Mask, the answer is no. In terms of the topics that he talks about, the way that he rhymes words together, the flow, that is something that not many people can mimic.
The uniqueness of his rapping style doesn't make him a better lyricist than the people that are putting words together well in traditional ways. Now, me personally, going off of active rappers in the last 18 months, he still wouldn't even be in my top 15. That being said, I mean, it's a weird conversation to have because I think that Jay-Z is number one, but some people wouldn't even put him on the list because it's like we already knew that.
Yeah, it's all personal preference. You know it's all personal preference.
And that's what I'm trying to say is that like that's why I conceded in this. There's a lot of things that go into lyricism. The things that you're saying about Ski Mask are correct in what he brings to the table and who's on his level in those specific things. And there, you know, he's pretty much by himself. But at the same time is that there's more to being a great lyricist than just that, because the execution has to go along with other stuff so that it's received the right way. If that makes sense. Yeah. Because Lupe Fiasco is one of the best lyricists of his generation. Mm-hmm. But if people are not listening to the music, they're not going to say that.
But that's why we do.
I agree. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. What's your favorite songs?
Because of me, my conclusion with this project of it just being a sample plate, I don't have any.
But
I will like to see him expand on Lost in Time.
I don't know if I actually logged which ones, so I have to look at it. But it's like the last two projects.
I believe Lost in Time is one of them.
Yeah, I feel like that's the second to last song, and not the last song, because the last song was also good. Like I put it when I listen to albums, I usually put it on a repeat because I want to listen to them all the time. Lost in Time is the seventh song. Yes. So I think it might have been Fire Hazard.
And Mental Magneto.
Oh, it was Lost in Time, Mental Magneto, and those were my two favorite songs.
All right, cool. All right,
good shit though. Shout out Ski Mask.
Ski Mask.
This cover is sick.
Yes,
fire.
The hype video is one of the better hype videos I've seen. Yeah. So
I need the album though. Yeah. Also, shout out real quick. Shout out her for dropping her 9th debut album. Still out here, you know, debut after debut, you know, day after day. Hey, also, shout out Logic for coming out of retirement.
I'm mad because we had that whole episode talking about giving him his flowers, and then the nigga's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back."
Yeah, and I didn't even want to give you your flowers, nigga. Fuck you. I'm so tight, you fucking.
I think he has a new group with Madlib. They're called Magic.
What?
So yeah, no, look it up. It's Magic.
What?
Sure. Yeah, no.
This nigga said he's gonna retire. He coming up with a whole group snap.
Yeah. So
nah.
That being said, I will listen to the next Logic project.
I'm about to beat this nigga's ass.
If Madlib is producing all the beats on the next Logic project, I'm listening to it, and we're probably reviewing it here.
Bro, this nigga.
Yeah, no, it's Magic.
I'm sick of this nigga. What the fuck, bro? He really was crying on Twitch, bro. He was crying.
He was.
And then nigga gonna think he Michael Jordan and post a picture. Not even actually that. He posted a picture of a fax talking about I'm back. This nigga think he's Jordan. He's like, I'm back. Nigga, we not even checking for you.
I thought you were saying that to say that he was, because I was gonna say he's more like Brett Favre.
No, bro. He's not Brett Favre either. That is
because of the retirement.
That nigga, that's gas. This nigga is fucking.
I mean, Brett Favre is overrated.
This nigga is Deion Waiters or something. I don't know. I ain't talking about. I don't know about that. No, he's like Jason Kidd. He like Jason Kidd. Hey, that's good though. That's good.
That's your new coach.
I know. It's not bad. You know, that's respect. I respect you, but like you didn't do anything. Like, like you were very well respected, and you got accolades that people wanted, Jason Kidd actually might be too
Might be
big
Steve
for him.
Nash.
I mean, no, that's
might be
awesome.
Steve
He won a whole MVP. Logic has never won.
I don't really.
Never ever
There are
done
many.
anything.
There are many people who will
like
argue that he doesn't deserve one.
Still though, but he was in the running. Like Kobe deserved it, but it was like
Kobe
if it
should
wasn't
have too.
Kobe, it was gonna give Steve. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
But it was Kobe.
But I'm saying there's no player.
That's like
Logic has never
like
had
saying,
it. Logic has
like
never had a year where you're like, oh, he's one of the top artists of the year. He's not. He hasn't. He dropped that one Depression. I want to kill myself song.
And he was everywhere.
And
Yo, why are you
white because white people were like, oh, you're fire, and black people were like, we still do not care about you, nigga. Like we don't care at all. At all. You have no respect in the game.
I did want to ask you this question real quick though. Do you remember because we were talking about Magic? Do you remember Uncle Magic?
Uncle Magic. Of course I remember Uncle Magic, yeah. Hey, yo, you're right. Were you old enough to have the I gotta send you the clip, but it's like the Education Connection video. It's like and high school didn't do great, so I gotta make more cash. College education is what I'm looking at.
Bro, do you remember the old Optimum 877?
Bro, 393 444. Hey, that was fire. The triple play commercials.
Oh boy,
yo, Optimum, bring them back.
That's 3 outs. You get out a whole inning. A whole inning.
And they did like mad genres. They like, they did. We got the white genre.
They was lit.
They
was lit. They gotta bring those back. Those are underrated.
For real, bro. If Geico can bring back,
the second episode we're talking about fucking commercials.
Maybe.
That's great.
I mean, hip hop is big in commercials.
Hey, bro, look at us. We're the commercials podcast now. We just have to own it.
All right, I didn't sign up for that. But yeah, those are my favorite songs. I think that Tyler the Creator's album may be an album of the year contender. Where is this fucking Drake album, dude?
Before he starts crying, let's get out of here.
I'm gonna cups of the rose.
That is RJ Levy Chin. I am Nate Spurtle, and this has been The Cap. This is episode 214. Thank you for listening and watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Share with your friends, please. Thank you. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at OldMilk Media. Stay safe. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Still, just be a clean person, you know. That would
dirty.
Shout out to all the clean people out there, man.
Dirty niggas, you feel
Shout
me?
out to the people who brush their teeth and take a shower. Shout out to y'all. We need more of you in the world. Yeah. We will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.
And just like that, we gone.
It's All Opinion Podcast coming soon. We're out.